We start off with some devastating news. Massive floods and landslides have struck a Himalayan region of Nepal near the Chinese border. At least 160 people are dead and more than 1,000 remain missing. 9 South Korean nationals working at a hydropower construction site are also out of contact.
People scramble away from a building. With barely enough time to escape, a massive torrent of mud and rock engulfs the entire structure. The surrounding area is left buried under a thick layer of mud and debris. Riverside villages in the path of the deluge have been transformed into vast fields of mud. Nepalese armed police are working to rescue residents from villages buried in mud, but even reaching some of the hardest hit areas remains difficult. At around 8:40 a.m. Wednesday local time, massive landslides and flash floods struck Nepal's Rasuwa district near the Tibet Autonomous Region. Floodwaters surged down the Lende Kola River, spilling over its banks and sweeping through communities downstream.
आधा घण्टा भित्रमा यो पुरा खोला ठुलो आएर चाहिँ यहाँ सब क्षति बनाएर कोही मान्छे भात पकाइरहेको थियो कोही मान्छे खाना खाइरहेको थियो कोही
19 bridges are washed away, and some 40 kilometers of roads were cut off. In some areas, entire villages were swept away by the floodwaters. So far, authorities in Nepal and China have confirmed at least 160 deaths and more than 1,000 people still missing. The toll continues to rise. Among the missing foreigners, the largest group is more than 130 Indian tourists who had been traveling to Mount Kailash in Tibet. Americans, Japanese, Australians, and British are also among those unaccounted for. 9 Korean workers at a hydropower plant construction site also cannot be reached. The Nepalese government has asked India and China for assistance with rescue operations, while the United Nations has also begun deploying relief personnel. Chinese President Xi Jinping has ordered an all-out response, with China deploying more than 570 rescue personnel and committing emergency assistance worth some 45 billion won, about $33 million.